Hello, guys. I hope you're doing well. This is the daily Bitcoin analysis, mainly for investor and trading and daily trading too. We start with the monthly time frame. We have this fair value gap. This zone is a zone of resistance if you're bullish. This zone was respected the 1st of May. In this candle, the Bitcoin price managed to wick to the first quarter part of the of this zone and get rejected and going up, and now we dump near 16% and we touch the midpoint of this zone and we are starting to retrace. We are retracing near 6%. That is not bad. If we are bullish, this zone should act as a zone of resistance. We don't want to see closures below the midpoint of this zone or below this zone because that is super bearish. So this is a very important information. Changing to the weekly time frame. In the weekly time frame, we have another fair value gap that is this time frame. It was respected in the 1st of May. We didn't touch the midpoint of this fair value gap, that is this red dashed line. And now we are closing the weekly time frame over for now. We managed to go below the midpoint. That is not good. That is bearish too. But if we close the weekly candle over the midpoint or even over here would be very nice. So going back to the daily here we have more information, but it's pretty important. Well, in the last few days, Bitcoin dumped near 16%. These were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days dumping pretty hard. There was a lot of players liquidated. There's no much I don't know, fuel for the bears now because most of the retracement are around 16%. Look this here, 15.9. From here to here, 18. From here to here, 18. Here to here, 17. So we can go here to the disorder block in the weekly. That is around 52, 150. We can go below that, yeah, but it will not be good for the sentiment. So I expect the price of Bitcoin behave differently because today we close above the last low of the 1st of May, and that is a good sign. We have a pretty big dump, but we close above. That is a very good sign. Now, the candle opened at around 49 minutes ago. The daily candle for this today is 6th of July. So we have a few scenarios. The first scenario is I think the most logical because I want to see, we all want to see the Bitcoin goes up, but it's very unlikely. We all want to see this, but it's not going to happen. So I think what will happen is this Saturday, the price stays around here, basically going sideways, creating some range, some a good range, and then manipulate to this zone that is the midpoint of this week. The midpoint of this week, you can trade it as a fair value gap that is really similar to this zone, Go here, pick up liquidity, and then go and start closing above the midpoint of this fair value gap, like here or here, and then continue going higher. That I think is the most natural path for Bitcoin in the next week. But we have the bearish scenario too. The bearish scenario. Let me change the color of this arrow. to red. So we can go for bearish. If the Bitcoin price wants to keep going down, what I will do is I will do the same. I will stay Saturday or maybe Sunday around this range, like here, and then Monday I will go and just touch this and then dump pretty hard, pass this zone, and pick up here. And here, starting to decide what to do. And this the most boring scenario is the sideways scenario. The sideways scenario is horrible. We traders, we really hate that. That is going here, creating some kind of range. And then, if you are bullish, swipe this and pump. Or if you are bearish, do this and this. So these are the main scenarios. I think the most likely now is going basically sideways. Saturday 6th of July, Sunday 7th of July, and maybe Sunday night or Monday morning go down, swipe the liquidity in the mid half point of this, and then going up. I think this is more likely because Bitcoin is already dumped a lot since this last, I don't know, 28 days, 29 days is 25% down. So the price usually do these four things. The first, the price go to pick up liquidity, like a high, like a low, a high, etc. Number two, rebalance to inefficiency. These are inefficiencies. The price, for example, rebalance here, touch this inefficiency and get rejected and going down. Number three, rebalance to equilibrium. Well, this is the range, and this is 50%. So here we have a good case. We can do perfectly, we can do this. Touch the midpoint of this fair value gap, touch equilibrium, that is 50% of this range, and touch this point. This point in the way of rebalance the, I don't know, the big players that are going that take long positions and they want to close the position in, I don't know, in break even and do not lose money. So this point will be very, very important because we have a lot of confluence of things. So this could be a very possible scenario too, that we did this in the bearish side. We lateralize some way, we go, get rejected in this zone, in the 50% of the range, and in the mitigation point of this, and keep going lower. So these are the scenarios. I think the more likely is this, the green scenario, but I could be wrong. Maybe we don't have Bitcoin does not have enough fuel to keep going upward, and we'll continue to going lower. But if we want to go lower, now we don't have the enough fuel, so we need to create some kind of liquidity in this zone, and then get rejected in another fair value gap, the 50%, and this mitigation point, and this will be a perfect scenario if you're bearish. And if you're bearish, the next point I will if you're bearish and you take a position around here, I will take profit. I will take partial here in the midpoint, I will take partial here, and I will take partial here. And that's it if you're bearish. If you're bullish, you know, lateralization, pick up this point and going up. And in the sideways, it just depends. Well, so this is the daily analysis, guys. I hope you like it. I will continue doing this for myself, and I will share with you because it really helped me a lot to clean my thoughts about the price of Bitcoin because I trade it every day this this graphic, so it's better for me. So if you like the content, you can subscribe and give us a like and share with your friends if you think this was useful for you. Okay, take care.